And it's crazy how this algorithm worked because we did a video about Snoop Dogg the other day telling some lies. And I said, man, I don't want to misquoting, but I could have believed Gene Deal said that wasn't this, that wasn't that. And then the very next day I'm scrolling and Gene Deal saying Snoop Dogg is lying about the particular situation. I say, that's crazy. And it's an old video. So I said, damn, hey, must the algorithm heard me say that and they put the proof right there in front of my face. And it happens so often. But with no further ado, we finna see what Gene Deal say Snoop Doggy Dogg have been up to in regards to his relationship with Biggie Smalls, that is.
Me doing this interview with you, right? One thing I did notice is you keep making comments about Snoop, and it comes across like you still feel a type of way about Snoop speaking on Biggie and making it seem like he was much closer to Biggie than he actually was. When you be seeing these interviews with Snoop speaking on Biggie, how does that make you feel?
That's propaganda for the media, bro. That's something that sounds good for the media. You know, I'm the peacemaker. I'm the one that's showing love. I'm the one that's out here, you know, when everybody else is dead, you know what I'm saying? Wishing that I could have did something to put the shit together. But wasn't you in fear for your life because you put your cover over your head with your fork in your hand because you wanted to, you know, because you was riding on a plane with Pac, and if it was all that love, you wouldn't have to do that, right?
You're right.
When it's the same love that when Pac actually you was going to Vegas and the whole 9 yards, and he didn't say nothing to you, or he said some slick shit to you, or whatever, this, that, and the third. It wasn't all that love until Pac was dead. Wasn't Big out at California 3-4 weeks, and Snoop never saw him? Snoop never came to smoke nothing with him. Snoop never came to eat nothing with him. But it was a whole lot of love. Come on, man. Shit just don't add up.
When Snoop, right, when he went to Atlanta, right, and he met up with Biggie, and they met at the hotel, and Biggie was telling him that he had nothing but love for Tupac because this happened after Tupac got killed. Did you know anything about that when it happened at the time?
I wasn't there, brother. I don't know how accurate it is. That's a little C story. That's a Snoop Dogg story. You understand? But I can see you in Atlanta, but I can't see you in California in my own hometown. Huh? I'm so gangster, I could come to your hotel room by myself in Atlanta, but in California, I can't come and see you. All right.
MC8, right? I did an interview with MC8 a while back, right? And he gave his opinion on how Biggie and Puffy came to LA so soon after Tupac got killed. So pretty much what he was saying was Biggie and Puffy, they should have just.
You know what niggas don't know? MC8 know a whole lot about the niggas that Biggie and Puffy found themselves getting into it with. I can recall a story of Baby Lane being up at Dominguez, and for some reason or not, MCA was up there, I believe. MCA could confirm or deny this story. But I remember they say Baby Lane tried to foul MC8, and he just barely ducked the punch and and Lane like hit the wall and broke his hand. And if you know about the Trag New Palmer versus Southside Beef, you will understand why Baby Lane was probably trying to swing on MC8. That's a story I've been hearing all my life, Aid. I don't know if it's true or not.
Went to the radio stations and stuff like that to promote the album and go back to the hotel and just stay in the hotel and only come out when they wanted to, promote the album. How you feel about him saying that?
That's what was told to me when we was going out there. We wasn't gonna go to no parties. We was gonna do the Soul Train Awards. We was gonna do radio and the studio. But see, that one party Big went to, Puff was going to parties. Puff was going to the movies. Puff was going to places. Where you see film at Big went somewhere? That one radio station. You didn't see no parties that Big went to. So That's what was told to me by Kirk Burrows, that we was going to be local. We was just going to do radio, studio, Soul Train Awards. That vibe party was something totally different. And that one party he went to was the last party he ever went.
That's deep. Well, you know, he got a lot to say about that time frame. We was here to hear what he had to say about the relationship that Snoop Dogg alleges to have had with Biggie. We are, I mean, even if he did, I don't know why he want to claim to have this relationship with this gangster ass image he's had all these years. And Death Row is the label that pays, Mike. It's the Rizzo to like Dizzy, all that. And when trailers got shot at, why would you want to claim to have been disloyal enough to your own crew, Tupac in general, to have been desirous to be down with these dudes? I don't get it. It just blows my mind that as such a big West Coast icon, he could find himself on this side of the coin. I can recall a time going to the West Coast Conference. That's when you see me on that video when Snoop on stage and Game on stage and Steve Harvey. And when I walked in there, Snoop was making a West Coast appeal to the crowd about, man, fuck these New York niggas, man. They be coming out here fucking our bitches, man. Don't want to pay homage, don't show no love. We got to stick together and show unity. That's how West Coast he was. I was ostracized because I ain't never been no West Coast nigga. I never could get on the West Coast bandwagon. For one, I'm just the most Eastie. I'm from the East Side. And when I was young, Ice Cube being my favorite rapper, me riding with mostly everything he was putting out, woo, 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 the whole Bow Down movement, Ice Cube threw me off with this on the Bow Down song, on the intro, and he say, for the outro, if you from the west side of your town, make them other fools bow down. Up until that, I was like, okay, he talking about west side on the big scale for the east. And I can make my mind rationalize that. But when he got so specific to say, if you from the west side of your town, make them other fools bow down, I say, oh, Ice Cube, what is you saying, man? You lost me. I had to get off that bandwagon. And then to me, the concept of the West Coast was a corny thing. Like, I didn't mind being down or cool or cordial with whomever I encountered, but to say we was clicked up as something just was artificial to me. It was fake. And then when my main push came from the East Coast, Snoop Dogg didn't like that. Oh, my mama. Facts.
Get you some money, you're gonna feel different.
Straight up.
You might even, all that other advice I could have gave you, this the short version. You know, get you a couple dollars, man, you're gonna feel different.
Like Nip Hustle. Big shout out to SPI, Spotter Low. You know, I'm in the black box, had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe, stay tuned, all that.